Hi folks, Phil the Bee Man here. It's probably time for another truck video. So here is the classic bee truck, 1-ton dually. I think this is my third. And for a lot of beekeepers that are on the, starting to get commercial, whether it's, the make doesn't matter too much, but those dual wheels to carry the kind of weight that a honey crop can involve, a flat deck so you can load and unload from the sides and not have to fit everything inside a round pickup box. The rest of the North America, we like these fancy pickup boxes like that one over there that really don't hold very much, but they look good. And the rest of the world uses, whether they call it a ute in Australia or whatever the Toyota cab with a flatbed with drop-down sides. Those are actually way more functional than what we have here. This truck is equipped with a plow on the front to clear bee yards in the spring. I sometimes use it for my home yard, but I usually use a tractor. But when the snow is soft and this a warm spring day, it's amazing how much you can push with a good four-wheel drive truck. This truck's old enough to have the lock-up style hub, which I think is a nice feature because those electronic shifters, I find them to be quite a lot of maintenance to keep them in good working order. Nothing fancy about the truck. I put a new deck, or a new old deck, on this truck just last year. It had a metal deck before that was getting really rusty, and so I found this one literally on the side of the road with a for sale sign on it. It has, for tie downs, has these side things which really intended for a short vertical side, and I use these 1-inch, maybe they're 1.5 inch straps that hook onto a bar on both sides under the truck, inside a fair bit. It would be handier if this bar here were back here a bit closer. It'd actually be more convenient. But it's okay. That's how it came, and for what I use this truck for, which is mainly pounding through horrible muddy ruts when we have a dry year, and a little bit of utility work otherwise, it's all right. I keep pretty knobby tires on it just for that reason. And it's not pretty. Rust on the bumper, and that's the cost of having stubby tires, is you throw lots of stones and it really eats through the metalwork on around those wheels. People complain about plastic on vehicles, but actually plastic around that wheel well would have probably saved me some grief. With a lot of these 1-tons that are just basically a pickup body that's been upgraded a little bit, it's always a bit of a hassle getting the fuel filler to run well. And I don't know if you have to plumb in a better vent or something. I see lots of people that'll put that fuel filler through the top of the deck, and then you can only fill the truck when it's empty, but it'll run downhill a heck of a lot easier than the nearly horizontal. You can see that tube there has only got a slight bit of slope to it, and it doesn't run very well. If I get impatient, I'll run the truck up on a block on one side to tilt it a little bit, just so I can fill it better. Make sure if you're setting the truck like this, you're really good beefy on your rear hitch, not only for what you're going to tow, but also for what you're going to pull on when you get the truck stuck. You want good hooks. Good. I use a pintle hitch to pull, whether I'm pulling somebody else out or whether I'm being pulled out. And I guess that's about it. Nothing fancy. Make sure you can carry lots of weight. Make sure you got it insured for, well, in our jurisdiction, it's sort of that 10,000 pound limit. If you're over that, then you sometimes get into some bigger insurance and registration issues. If you're under it, it's more or less treated as a passenger vehicle. And in our area, we can license it. There should be an F on that license plate. You see that FT stands for farm truck, and then it's a slightly cheaper insurance rate and so on. So that's all there. That's the old standby. Most of the time this truck sits in the yard pretty much just ready to roll with a forklift and a full tank of fuel. And then if I get really stuck out there somewhere, this is the truck that'll come rescue me. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.